Good morning. My name is Kynedei Hobbs. It is March 1st, 2023, and this is Panther News Network. Here's what's happening today in the news. A Pearland ISD student is facing charges after allegedly bringing a gun to school Tuesday morning, according to investigators. Administration from Salvatore Middle School received reports of a student having a gun on campus, which is located at 2201 North Galveston Avenue. District officials said staff immediately found the student, secured the weapon, and notified the Pearland Police Department. Police said the student was placed into custody and is charged with possession of a firearm and places weapons prohibited and terroristic threat. The district sent ABC 13 the following statement. Today, Tuesday, February 28, 2023, Salvatore Middle School's campus administration received a tip about a student being in possession of a gun at school. The report was confirmed and the weapon was immediately recovered. At this time, there is no threat to the school or students on campus. An investigation led by Pearland Police is currently underway. In accordance with the Student Code of Conduct, any student found in possession of a firearm receives mandatory expulsion. Student and staff safety is always our first priority. As always, we continue to encourage your student to talk to a teacher, school administrator, or other trusted adult anytime he or she hears or sees anything out of the ordinary. No one was hurt, but an investigation is underway to determine how the incident occurred. Pearland PD said the middle school has been cleared to resume normal operations.
We begin, though, with breaking news. A student in police custody for bringing a firearm to school. Air 11 flew over Pearland ISD's Leon Salvatore Middle School about 20 minutes ago. The school reported the student this morning and secured the weapon. Student now facing charges of possession of a firearm and terroristic threat.
The Supreme Court has wrapped up more than 3 hours of debate over the Biden administration's power to wipe out nearly $500 billion in student loan debt without direct authorization from Congress. The court's conservative justices, who hold a 6-3 majority on the court, expressed skepticism about Biden's authority, with several questioning the fairness of a program that helps some borrowers but not others. Liberal justices, meanwhile, defended the Education Department's right to forgive loan debt as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. And they voiced doubts about whether the 6 Republican-led states and 2 individuals who bought the legal challenges are specifically harmed by the debt relief program, which they must be in order to have legal grounds to stop it. Panther News Network will be right back to you after this commercial break. So graphic. Panther News Network, and I am your anchor, Kynedei Hobbs. The PVMU Robotics Club hosted a social media Jeopardy game night yesterday at 6:30 p.m. in the new Electrical Engineering Building in room 117. Many people came out and enjoyed the random topics and questions, all the while still learning through competition. On to other news. The theater department, Charles Gilpin Players, wrapped on their play, The Bluest Eye, last week. Let's look at how that went with Journey Strode.
And the Prairie View Charles Gilpin Players premiered their first production of the spring semester. The name of the play is The Bluest Eye, written by Toni Morrison and directed by Yaya Smith. The show took place in the Black Box Theater in the Hobart Taylor Building. The organization showcased their talents for the anticipating audience, with the turnout being larger than expected, with lines stretching out the door. Here's 2 interviews with the lead cast.
What do you like most about this play?
I think it's probably going to be my cast members, getting to know different people around campus that I haven't seen all the time, and getting to work with them so closely every single day. So you really build a lot of relationships and bonds with the people that you're surrounded with, as well as I think it would have to be just sharing the story overall with different people, because a lot of people surprisingly haven't read or know about the Bluest Eye. So yeah, I think that's what people are.
And what I enjoy most about working with the cast is just how flexible we all are. Whenever challenges were faced our way, we were able to just roll with the punches, if you will. We were able to work well, and the camaraderie was great, especially in moments in rehearsal where we worked moments and blocking. The teamwork was impeccable, and it just made the show even greater.
The Bluest Eye was showcased February 18th through February 21st, 2023. To stay tuned for updates for their future productions, they can be found on their Instagram at PV-Gilpin-Players.
Tory Lanez's sentencing has been pushed back to another date amid the embattled R&B star's plans to file a motion for a new trial in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. According to reporter Megan Kynedei, Lanez was expected to appear in court on Tuesday, February 28th, for what was supposed to be a sentencing hearing following his conviction on 3 felonies, but the sentencing will reportedly be delayed in order to give his legal team more time for a new trial. Tory was spotted in court wearing the traditional orange jail garb and a black wave cap. There will be a new trial motion heard on April 10th to determine if the Canadian singer will get a new trial. But if a judge rejects the motion, he will be sentenced on the same day. Lanez was found guilty by a Los Angeles jury in December after 8 days of trial in the Megan Thee Stallion 2020 shooting case. College admissions scandal ringleader Rick Singer starts prison sentence. Rick Singer, the mastermind behind the infamous college admissions scandal, just checked himself into prison, where he was sentenced to spend the next 3.5 years behind bars. A representative for the Federal Bureau of Prisons tells TMZ Singer arrived at the federal prison camp Pensacola in Florida Monday to begin serving his 42-month sentence. As we reported, Singer was the man behind countless parents spending big bucks to grease the wheels for their kids to get into high-end colleges, including big names like Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman. He was given 3.5-year sentence at the beginning of the year, although prosecutors had been gunning for 6 years in prison, saying he profited off the scheme more than anyone else involved, and he should get hit with a heavier sentence. We'll be back after this commercial break. My bad, Kelci, what you say? Thank you for staying tuned with us here at Panther News Network. White student files racial discrimination suit against HBCU seeking $2 million. A former white student of the Howard University School of Law was filed suit against the HBCU institution, alleging racial discrimination and the fostering of a hostile education environment. Michael Newman started at the school in the 2020 fall semester and lasted a little over 2 years prior to his expulsion in September 2022, according to a report citing the lawsuit. Newman alleges he endured pain, suffering, emotional anguish, and damage to his reputation, and is seeking $2 million in damages, the report noted. He was told by Global Head of Diversity Recruiting, Reggie McGee, that he was the most hated student at the university, and he fell victim to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts as a result of public ostracism, vilification, and humiliation, according to the lawsuit. The former student alerted school officials of the treatment he was subjected to, but the administration of the law school rejected the notion that white students, Newman included, were faced with any measure of racial discrimination, the suit alleged. Following Newman's alleged racially insensitive treatment, a tweet from his private Twitter account came to light, displaying a slave with scars on his back. But we don't know what he did before the picture was taken, the post read, per the report. The tweet was an attempt to explain away videos of police brutality by claiming the victim must have committed wrongdoing before the video started, Newman said, before alleging that following the post, students were quick to make comments about his gender, race, age, appearance, and sexual preferences. Things got worse when the school transitioned to remote learning at the beginning of the pandemic, Newman claimed, when he asked the question in a professor's forum, reading whether one, Black voters didn't question turning to government for solutions, and two, reliably voting for the same party every election disincentivized both parties from responding to the needs of the Black communities. In the lead up to the 2020 election, students attacked him, he said. They reacted negatively to his post and requested that administrators take action, which ultimately saw him be removed from at least one class group chat, Newman said. The lawsuit was filed in federal court, and Vice President and Chief Communications Officer for Howard University, Frank Tramble, said the HBCU institution is prepared to fight the allegations. The university is prepared to vigorously defend itself in the lawsuit as the claims provide a one-sided and self-serving narrative of the events leading to the end of students' enrollment at the university, Tramble said. Take a look at the interview by Isaiah Carey gathered from Fox 26.
Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A former student of Howard University is taking the school's law school to court. The plaintiff, Michael Newman, is asking for $2 million in damages for his alleged pain, suffering, and emotional anguish. Newman, a white man, attended the law school from 2020 until he got expelled in 2022. He says he became a target for discrimination following his comments in a group chat with other students. After showing a picture of a slave's beaten and bruised back, he said, "But what did the slave do?" Newman says he repeatedly apologized. He also says he faced hostility on campus, with students calling him Mayo King and White Panther. In a statement, the school says the school is prepared to vigorously defend itself in this lawsuit as the claims provide a one-sided and self-serving narrative of the events leading to the end of the students' enrollment at the university. Let's talk.
We begin the
And that concludes our show this evening. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. This was Panther News Network. I'm Kynedei Hobbs, and thank you for tuning in.